Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Cafe. Have you ever wondered how many different ways we can describe a day in English?
Because it's not just sunny or rainy, we also say cloudy, windy, chilly, humid, and many more.
Exactly. And today, we're going to help you speak about all these types of days in real simple English.
This is something you use in daily life, when you talk to friends, travel, or even start a simple conversation.
And that's why learning English like this is important, not just for exams, but for real-life communication.
At the English Cafe, we help you learn practical English through real conversations, step by step.
So if you really want to speak English confidently, make sure you watch this video till the end.
And don't forget to subscribe to the English Cafe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any useful episode.
Now listen carefully, repeat after us, and try to use these sentences in your daily life.
And imagine yourself speaking English confidently.
All right, let's begin. So Sophia, today when I stepped out of my house, I really noticed something interesting. The whole city felt alive in a different way. The sunlight was bright, the sky was completely clear, and people looked more active than usual. It made me think how much a sunny day can actually change our mood and behavior.
Yes, I completely agree with you. Sunny days have this natural ability to change our energy. When the sun is shining, people tend to wake up earlier, go outside more, and even interact with others in a more positive way. It almost feels like the entire environment becomes more productive and energetic.
Exactly. And I also feel that sunny days affect our health in a positive way. When we get natural sunlight, especially in the morning, our body becomes more active. It helps improve mood and even gives a sense of motivation to start the day properly. That's why many people prefer morning walks or light exercise during sunny weather.
That's a very good point. In fact, I remember when I was younger, I used to go outside every morning during sunny days. I would just walk around my neighborhood, observe nature, and feel very refreshed. At that time, I didn't even understand why I felt so good, but now I realize it was because of the sunlight and fresh air combination.
That's interesting because I had a similar experience in my childhood. I used to play outdoor sports during sunny days with my friends. We didn't care about time or anything else. We just enjoyed the moment. And now when I think about it, I realize sunny days were not just about weather, they were part of our lifestyle.
Yes, and when we talk about English learning, this is exactly how we should describe experiences. Instead of saying something simple like, today is good weather, we should use more natural expressions like, it's a bright sunny day, or the sun is shining brightly. These expressions give more clarity and sound more fluent.
But not every day feels like that. Sometimes the weather changes completely and we get cloudy days. On cloudy days, everything feels a bit slower. The sky becomes gray, sunlight reduces, and the atmosphere feels calm but slightly dull.
Yes, cloudy days have a very different mood compared to sunny days. I personally feel that cloudy days are more peaceful in a way. They are not too energetic, not too loud. Everything feels quiet, and sometimes it even helps you focus better on your work or studies.
That's true. I also feel cloudy days are good for thinking and planning. But I've noticed that many English learners make mistakes when describing this type of weather. For example, they sometimes say, today is full cloud, which is not correct English.
Yes, the correct way to say it is, it's a cloudy day, or the sky is full of clouds. This is important because in English, we don't directly translate from our language. We need to use natural sentence structures that native speakers actually use in daily conversation.
Exactly. And this is where practice becomes important. The more you listen to correct English, the natural your speaking becomes.
Now, let's move to rainy days, which I personally find very emotional and nostalgic. Rainy days always remind me of childhood memories when everything was simple and fun.
I can relate to that. When I was a child, rainy days meant freedom for us. We would run outside, get completely wet, and enjoy every moment without worrying about anything. It felt like time would slow down during rain.
Yes, I had a similar experience. In my childhood, rainy days were very special because my family used to sit together at home. We would drink tea, eat snacks, and listen to the sound of rain outside. It created a very warm and peaceful environment.
And even now, I still enjoy rainy days in a different way. I prefer staying indoors, maybe near a window, watching the rain fall and just relaxing. It gives a sense of calmness that is hard to explain.
That's beautiful. And from a language learning point of view, it's important to understand that rainy day and it's raining are different expressions. Rainy day refers to the type of day, while it's raining describes the current action happening outside.
Yes, and using the correct expression helps you sound more natural and confident in English conversations.
Now, let's talk about windy days. Windy days feel very dynamic and sometimes unpredictable. You can feel the wind moving around you strongly, and everything outside feels active.
I agree. Windy days remind me of flying kites during my childhood. That was one of my favorite activities. We used to wait for strong wind so we could fly our kites higher and enjoy the competition with friends.
That sounds amazing. Windy days are actually perfect for outdoor activities like that. But at the same time, if the wind becomes too strong, it can feel uncomfortable and even difficult to walk outside.
Yes, and I've noticed another common mistake learners make. They sometimes say air is coming fast, which is not natural English. The correct expression is the wind is blowing strongly.
Exactly, and small corrections like this make a big difference in your speaking ability.
Now, moving to cold days or winter days, I feel like winter has its own personality. Everything slows down, the air feels fresh, and there's a kind of silence in the environment.
Yes, winter is very different. I remember when I was younger, I used to enjoy early winter mornings. The cold air felt refreshing, and wearing warm clothes made everything feel cozy and comfortable.
I have a similar feeling now. I prefer staying indoors during very cold days, drinking hot coffee and watching movies. It feels relaxing in a different way compared to other seasons.
And in English, instead of just saying cold, we can use stronger words like very cold or freezing to express intensity. This helps you sound more advanced in your vocabulary.
Yes, and freezing is especially useful when the temperature is extremely low.
Now, let's talk about hot days or summer days. Summer is probably one of the most challenging weather conditions for many people.
Yes, hot days can feel exhausting. The temperature is high, the sun is strong, and sometimes even simple outdoor activities become difficult.
That's why people usually prefer staying indoors or going outside only in the morning or evening during summer. Hydration also becomes very important during this time.
And again, I've noticed learners often say too much heat today, but the correct way is it's very hot today, or it's extremely hot.
Yes, natural expressions always sound better than direct translations.
Finally, we have humid days. Humid weather is different from just hot weather. It feels sticky and heavy because there is moisture in the air.
Yes, humid days are uncomfortable because even if the temperature is not extremely high, you still feel sweaty and tired.
And this is an important distinction. Hot refers to temperature, while humid refers to moisture in the air.
Understanding this difference helps you explain weather more clearly and naturally in English conversations.
So when we look at all these types of days, we realize that each one has its own mood, its own feeling, and even its own lifestyle impact.
Yes, and that's why learning how to describe weather in English is not just vocabulary practice. It's about expressing your real-life experiences in a natural way.
Exactly. When you can describe your surroundings, your feelings, and your daily life in English, you are no longer just learning the language, you are actually living it.
And that is the real goal of learning English.
All right, so before we end this episode, let's quickly go over what we learned today.
Today, we talked about different types of days: sunny, cloudy, rainy, windy, cold,
hot, humid, and pleasant days.
And more importantly, we didn't just learn words, we learned how to describe real-life situations in natural English.
Because English is not something you memorize, it's something you use in your daily life.
So if you want to improve faster, don't just watch this video once.
Watch it again, and this time focus on how sentences are formed, how expressions are used, and how naturally we speak.
Rewatching is actually one of the fastest ways to improve your English listening and speaking skills.
And now it's your turn. Think about your city today. What kind of day is it?
Write your answer in the comments in English. Even a simple sentence is fine, but try your best.
Because when you practice, you improve.
And if this video helped you even a little, then make sure you subscribe to the English Cafe.
Here, we don't just teach English, we help you understand real conversation, real vocabulary, and real-life communication.
So stay connected with us, because every episode will make your English stronger step by step.
And in our next video, we're going to take a real-life situation where you'll learn how to talk about your daily routine in English.
So don't miss it.
Until then, keep practicing.
And keep improving.